Well, good afternoon, EIS. Good afternoon, fellow staff, students. And we'll stick with the trend for now, Mr. Daglish, and say welcome to all viewers around the world, all 10 or 15 of you, wherever you may happen to be or found us by accident. But you are still in the very right place. So well done. Well, Mr. Daglish, it has been a very, very good and busy week this week.
It certainly has, Mr. Marsh. It certainly has. It's only been 4 days, but it feels like 54 days.
It does.
I don't know why.
It can be like that sometimes when you have lots of special events going on. It's almost a little bit more draining, so to speak.
It is, yeah. And not being able to get outside so much, that also impacts.
It definitely does, but we definitely got a lot of our fresh air this week in Key Stage 2, obviously, with our skiing, which went fantastic. We got some lovely pictures, and there were some brilliant falls, which caused all of us to have a good giggle, and kids that did a fantastic job.
Who was the best fall, Mr. Marsh? Because I wasn't there.
It was sort of a chain reaction with the beginners, because we had quite a few, and especially in year 6, actually, we had quite a few who have never ever been skiing before. So it was the first time they'd ever put on a pair of skis, and I don't know who caused the fall, but sort of one fell, which led into the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. So it was a lovely little chain reaction going down the little beginner slope there.
I would like to have seen that.
The only thing I didn't do was film it, unfortunately, but I'm sure it'll happen again next year when we go back. So a lot of fun this week. And of course, today, Mr. Daglish, is also a special day. All of us we have been doing Maslenitsa activities here this afternoon.
Correct.
And after this assembly, I know that we are going outside to light the Maslenitsa doll.
Time to burn it, baby.
Time to burn it. It is exactly right. And it is probably one of the most beautiful Maslenitsa dolls I think we've ever had here at EIS. It is just spectacular downstairs, and it's almost a shame to burn that one.
It is. Hello, Miss Hitchcock.
Miss Hitchcock's sneaking into the assembly here just before we go burning that doll. Remember, guys, stay safe. Yeah. Keep very far away. Mr. Roshan and myself will be near the doll. Everyone else, back up.
Yeah, absolutely. Be careful and have fun. See you later.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Daglish, on top of that, with all of the amazing things that the kids have been doing, I've got a mitt full here of Key Stage 2 Stars of the Week. And I know we're going to do this a little different this time.
Yeah.
Key Stage 1 will be read to you or by you to the kids themselves. And we're trying to work out how to do that with Key Stage 2. But right now, we'll stick with this way.
Yeah. Basically, just to give people a little heads up. Yeah, sometimes we get together as a little group because we've got smaller numbers and we can this room, and then we can just do it live, and it's easy for the little guys because they can't sit and concentrate as long as you guys can. So,
well, for some of ours too, some of ours have that same problem. But yeah, trying to figure out how to get the 60 kids together is a bit more of a challenge. But we'll keep our heads to it, and we'll see what we can think of.
Yeah, we will.
Well, Mr. Daglish, we'll start with a specialist this week. So in year 5 from Miss Katya in music. So for excellent singing, the music lessons this week, and they've been starting their rehearsals for the upcoming musical. Knows the lyrics of the songs, is already starting to memorize them. So really well done. And this goes to Sojung in year 5. So well done, Sojung.
Oh, Sojung. Well done.
Well, from Miss Sonia in art. And I don't know if you guys had these downstairs. The kids up here were making these little Maslenitsa dolls with recycled water bottles. They looked absolutely fantastic. The kids all took them home yesterday, so we don't have any to show you, but it was just an amazing artwork. So from one of the minions in my class, for trying your best and working hard, helping others during the art lesson. Helping is a very good thing. Your doll is absolutely beautiful. Great job. And in year 6, this goes to Fatima. So well done, Fatima. Good work.
Well done.
And we will move on to the class teachers from my lot. We'll start with mine here. Well, for much better behavior this week. I was unsure about this student at the beginning of the year, but is coming and just finding his feet, doing well. So much better behavior in class, working hard, helping others. Again, great to see. So keep it up. And this goes to Shifan. So well done, Shifan. Good job.
Chief. Well done.
Well, for Miss Peoples, for a number of things. So arriving to class punctually, making great roads with her reading, working harder in all lessons with a smile. So well done. And in year 5, this goes to Fatima. So well done, Fatima, in year 5. Good job. And then we've got Mr. Stewart and Miss Elena in year 4. So for always being polite and demonstrating excellent listening and reading skills. Well done. And this goes to, in year 4, Matvey. So well done, Matvey. Good job.
Well done, little Matty, or big Matty now, I should say.
And from Mr. Daglish. It's getting a little more colorful.
Oi, I'm Mr. Daglish.
Hide the name there, but it's getting a little more colorful in the artwork here. For always doing the business each and every day. A great friend to all and always willing to help each others. This goes to Alebas. So well done.
Good man.
Good
So
man.
who was that award from, Mr. Marsh?
Mr. Atting.
Mr. Otting, that's the name.
It's getting more colorful here with the stars of the week.
Good.
Well, Mr. Daglish, I know from yesterday we had some questions about the house points. We figured it all out after all was said and done.
Yeah, we did.
But I know from handing you that piece of paper that there is a really close margin between first and second.
There is
Very close. If I remember correctly, Mr. Daglish, there is 1 point between first place and second place overall.
That's true. That is true. And I've just quickly amended Eagles, Mr. Marsh, because my guys, despite the fact that tell them to put on there, but hadn't. So I'm estimating around about 5 they were short. So I've added that to Eagles' score, by the way.
Do you know, from what I remember, it's not helping us. Eagles need to step up their game in a big way. Well, Mr. Daglish, we are excited to hear the house points.
Okay, well, this is exciting times. I've never known anything like it. So this week, 4th position with 50 points, it is Eagles. Eagles, 50 points.
Well done, Eagles. We are the first of the bottom. So, silver
50
lining.
50 points is a good score for a week. It
is a good score for a week, but not
when you see
not when you put it in comparison to what everyone else got this week.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the like, for instance, the book cover results, etc. Our lot sort of got put on this week, so it's changed things up. And in my book cover competition, we didn't have any Eagles in the top 3, so things like that sort of impact, So anyway, let's get going. In 3rd position, with a very, very good total, and all of this week's totals were close for the top 3, with 111 points, all the ones, baby. This goes to my team, the Wolves.
Well done. Good job.
And that brings us to the top 2, and in 2nd place, with only an extra 3 than that, with 114 points, it is actually Tigers. 114 points. Tigers.
Well done, Tigers.
And with only 4 extra than that, that leaves the Bears. So the Bears got 118 and they win this week.
That is their 2nd week in a row of taking the top spot there.
Well, they're on fire. They're on fire at the moment.
It gives us hope as the Eagles, because the Bears were just firmly in last place for most of this year and then have just rocketed ahead here.
I think they've got up to date.
Eagles, you can do it.
Eagles can certainly do it. You've got to remember, Mr. Marsh, that new people come and go all the time. And I've just added another one to the Eagles, for instance, a couple of days ago. So it's things like that that do impact. But it's competitions, yourself, and talk about it every week. Competitions go a long way. It's not just about how it goes in the classroom.
There will be a new one. There will be a new one next week as well. So
And you, oh yeah, you've got your little challenge on the
Mhm.
on the upstairs as well. Yeah, so yeah, in 3 weeks' time, we'll figure out who won the half term, who got the most for half term. So
Absolutely.
that's another good thing that Bears are really pushing forward. So they've got a good chance of winning that at the least as well. Okay, that's enough chitter chatter. Let's figure out the overall standings. And yes, with a very good total, still a very good total, 1,334. In fourth position, it is the Little Birdies, the Eagles.
Mm.
Well done, Eagles. It's good
Well done,
score.
Eagles. Good
By the
job.
way, guys, look at secondary point score. So just remember how well you're doing if you look at the secondaries. Okay, so 1,334 is way, way ahead. It's 1,000 more than anybody else that got in secondary. So don't
But of course, we've always known that primary is better than secondary.
oh, well, yes, but still nice to keep putting it out every week, you know, if you can. So third position, a little bit of a gap, but not insurmountable. That means you can't. It means you can get over it. 1,381 points. It is the Wolves. So well done, Wolves. We're keeping in the fight. We're keeping in the fight, but there is a bit of a stretch here. There's a bit of a stretch going on. I hope it's not going to be a 2-horse race, but this is the tight one. Let's say this 1 point difference. Second place with 1,423 points. It is Bears.
Well
Bears.
done, Bears.
Bears are only one behind, Mr. Marsh. One behind.
1 point. And I know that Miss Dakota, when she watches this, is just going to be like, so close.
But you're going to get there. Yeah, if you keep this form, if you're top of the form league, Dakota, keep going, right? So 1,424 points. It's the Tigers. The Tigers steer the Kings of the Jungle so far, but only by a point. So it's going to be very interesting times. Very interesting.
1 point between first and second. That is a very, well, it doesn't get any tighter than that, other than tied, really.
Other than a tie, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So,
well, Mr. Daglish, it has been just a fantastic week full of a lot of things. I know the teachers are tired. I think the students are a bit tired after the fresh air and exercise this week, but it's going to be great. We'll be back at it bright and early on Monday morning.
We will. We go again, as they say. Yeah. So well done, guys. You've done well this week.
Well done.
All right.
Well, on behalf of our fearless leader, Mr. Daglish, and myself, we would love to wish you a very wonderful weekend. Enjoy the burning of the doll, and we'll all see you on Monday.
And stay safe. Stay away from alcohol. We'll watch, but stay safe, okay?
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
All right.